And next we have Demon of Dreadnaught, World of the Dreadnaught series, written by Daniel Rogers. It is 110 pages ish. Actually, I don't really know. Amazon isn't showing the actual page count. The author says it is a novella, though. It is $4.39. It is available on Kindle Unlimited. Here's the author's description. At 14, he was just seconds too late to save his sister. Andrew, chronically abused by his mother, will get justice for the only person in the world he could count on. He'll follow the killer into hell, becoming a demon himself. What no one expected was that hell and the mythical worlds beyond operated by strict RPG rules. Experience an epic without luck, where stats and items are the true measure of power. Can Andrew exploit the unfamiliar laws to get revenge? Can he get enough power to escape hell? There is hidden lore, time travel, sex horror, and deep magic in the world of Dreadnaught. The author also wanted me to mention to you that he has a Patreon account, so we can go support him there, get a bunch of freebies, and also this is a serial story. So there we go. Full disclosure, I've received an advanced copy for review. I purchased a copy when it became available. This is a RPG novella, the first book in a planned serial released by the author. And while future stories may improve, this one didn't work for me at all. I did not enjoy most of it. I'd say like 80% of it I didn't really like. The first half of the story felt like it had absolutely nothing to do with RPG or Gamelet, as it takes place in the modern world and incorporates a demonic murder spree. It honestly felt more like an urban fantasy story than anything. It was a kind of a total turn off for me. The second half of the story, things do take a turn towards Little Bridges. The main character is sent to hell, where as a half-demon, he finds that he can possess items to gain new skills and level up as he siphons off negative emotions from the other demons around him. I actually thought it was an interesting game mechanic, one that I hadn't quite seen in this form before. It reminded me of the Discardy series, where that's a turn-based game where like you play a little demon lord and you can level up your items by going in there and beating a bunch of monsters and finding qualifications or satisfying particular scenarios. And as your items increase, you increase in power and your level does. It reminded me of that kind of mechanic a little bit. Unfortunately, that's the only thing I liked about the story. The actual story didn't really make sense to me, and it didn't really go anywhere. And part of that may be the fact that this is intended to unfold as more of the serial was released. Like that first half of the story to me just doesn't connect. For me, I could almost like skip to the second half and I probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But I'm just guessing that the author has like plans that are going to be callbacks to the first part of the series, the first part of the story, and make a lot more sense as the series goes on potentially. I'm not really sure, but I'm hoping that it is. But as of now, it just doesn't make sense, and it doesn't really feel like a lot of progress. It feels like at some point in the story, the author's like, I'm just going to cut it off right here, and I'll continue on to be continued. And it just wasn't satisfying, even as an ending in this first little nugget of the serial. So overall, aside from that one game mechanic, I just didn't like the majority of the novella. So for me, it gets an actual score of 4 out of 10. I actually disliked a lot of the story. That's Demon of Dreadnaught, World of Dreadnaught series. It is a little RPG, but most of the story just wasn't really enjoyable for me. So it gets a score of 4 out of 10.